it's Sam. So I'm super excited because today I'm going to be doing a little kind of like review slash cook with me of HelloFresh. Now you guys know I have worked with HelloFresh before in the past. HelloFresh has given me a coupon code. It is Samantha Sherman 80. That's gonna save $80 off of your first month of HelloFresh. I'm gonna sneeze. I'll have the link to HelloFresh in the description box as well as that coupon code spelled out. This time I wanted to get their vegetarian box. So they have the classic plan. You can do it for 2 or 4 people, and you can decide if you want 2, 3, or 4 recipes per week. And that says it's the wildest variety of meat, fish, and seasonal produce. Then you can do the veggie plan, which is what I did. And we did it for 4 people for 3 meals a week. It only gives you 3 recipes per week. And that says it's vegetarian recipes with plant-based proteins, grains, and seasonal produce. Or you can do the family plan, which is quick and easy meals with all the yum-worthy flavor for the whole family loves. And that's for 4 people, 2 or 3 times a week. I think if you have kids who are picky, you're better off going with the family plan. But I really wanted to test out the veggie plan just because lately I have been cutting out meat out of my diet, and I have also been really trying very hard to cut out dairy. That's been a little bit harder for me. So I'm not like vegan or anything like that. I don't want to like put a name or title on what I am. I've just been trying to be a little bit more mindful of cutting out dairy as much as possible. For the most part, like especially when I'm by myself, I find it very easy to cut out dairy and meat. Meat has been no problem whatsoever because whenever the kids are having dinner, I just don't eat the meat section. But I feel like it's becoming a little bit more difficult because we're pretty simple with like what we eat because of the kids. So for example, if we're having sweet potatoes, broccoli, asparagus, and chicken, all I get to eat is the sweet potato and the broccoli and the asparagus. I don't get to eat the chicken. So then I'm like feeling like, oh man, I'm kind of missing out a little bit. I wanted to try this out because I wanted to see how their veggie recipes were, and then also just get some new ideas of like what I can still eat without feeling like, man, I'm not having a complete meal. I can tell you that the veggie plan has been my favorite out of every other plans that we've had before. We've tried the classic plans, we've tried the family plans, and then this was the first time trying the veggie plan. And I think if I were to choose a box for the future, I would choose the veggie plan simply because I feel like they really work on the flavors because they are having to substitute for not having any meat. I feel like there's a lot of different things going on. The flavors are like super duper like intense and really good. The recipes were just like so yummy. They were my favorite recipes that I probably think I've ever had out of HelloFresh. Like I've actually recooked the rice bowl meal. So I did that already with the HelloFresh, and then I actually went out and got more ingredients to cook it another time. And for the kids, they didn't like it, so they didn't eat it. But for Jay, he just added chicken to his. So he just cooked chicken up for the kids and then for himself. And then he just had chicken on the side so that he could like add chicken as he went. And then I just had the bowl without any meat. So it's kind of one of those things where if you are vegetarian and maybe there's other people in your family who are not, you can always get the recipes and then just add their favorite meat like as a side to what you're cooking. If you are someone who doesn't want to have to go and like pick up all the ingredients and, you know, go grocery shopping and come up with ideas, then HelloFresh is a really great option because all of the recipes, all of the food, everything you need to create the meal is sent right to your door. It comes in a box where everything is nice and cold, so if you aren't home exactly when it arrives, you're gonna be okay. It's not like it's gonna go warm. It stays nice and cold in the box. And then you literally have 3 meals or 4 meals set for you for the week. That's less planning and less things that you have to worry about getting at the grocery store. And then you can just make them. And most of them are like 20 to 30 minutes to make. So let's go ahead and start cooking. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you guys did enjoy this. Subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so when you open it up, it's obviously all packaged so that it's going to stay cool, so that if you're not home right when it arrives, it'll stay cold, so it's okay. I've got the menus here. So I've got zucchini and tomato flatbreads, salsa verde enchiladas, which sound so delicious, and then a veggie bibimbap rice bowl. I have no idea if I've said that right. Obviously I can't have the egg, so I just won't do it with the egg. And all of these are veggie recipes. They have no meat. Oh, a little gift card for a wine box. I don't drink wine, but that's nice if you do. And then also a coupon code for La Tote. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get everything out of the box and show you what it comes like for the food portion. Okay, so they come in like bags now. Do not mind my hair. What is all over it? I think it's like a little gel pack that might have exploded. So this is the zucchini and tomato flatbreads bag. So you get the flatbreads that are already pre-made. I was so worried that I was gonna have to like actually make the dough. That would have been stressful. Next we've got some fresh basil, zucchini, more basil, grape tomatoes in a little container here, and more grape tomatoes. Calibro part skim ricotta. I'm not vegan, but I have been cutting out dairy just to kind of see like what it's been doing. And I have noticed that when I'm really good about not having dairy, I feel a lot lighter and like less weighed down, if that makes sense. Like, you know, sometimes like you can just feel real heavy in the tummy and just kind of like, ugh. And I notice that the days that I'm like super strict about not having any dairy, which is like usually through the week, the weekends we end up going out and I end up like, it's a little bit more difficult. But the days that I don't have it, I just notice that I feel like lighter and just like more energetic. So I feel like that's been really nice. Plus I've had a lot less stomach aches. So there is dairy in this box, which I'll still go ahead and eat. It's not like I'm like trying to be super strict or like, I'm absolutely vegan. I've just been trying to cut dairy out for the most part. Like especially when it's just me by myself eating, like it's super easy for me to do that. And then like if we have tacos, for example, with the kids and Jay, I will have black beans and onions instead of like the ground turkey, and then I just won't add cheese and sour cream. So it's pretty easy for the most part to like, you know, just kind of tweak it to where all of us can still enjoy the same meal, but then some meals it is a little bit more difficult. Anyway, another zucchini, a lemon, some honey. I feel like this flatbread is gonna be so delicious. Like, oh my gosh. Chili flakes, some garlic, more ricotta cheese, more garlic, more honey, and another lemon and another chili flake. So that sounds really, really good. This is actually something that I think that the kids would really enjoy because they obviously love pizza. Okay, so the next recipe is the Salsa Verde Enchiladas. So in here we have tortillas. Then we have the, and this is something the kids would probably like too because they love Mexican food. We have organic low sodium black beans, springed onions, some, I think this is Monterey Jack cheese, Southwest spice blend, some more cheese, some big Roma tomatoes, the roasted tomatillo salsa verde. Oh my gosh, that sounds really yummy. Then we have sour cream, more salsa verde, another tomato, and then the poblano peppers. So if you were wanting to do it vegan, because obviously this is vegetarian, then I would just not put the sour cream and not put the cheese on my specific one, and then I'll just put it on everyone else's, and then you're good to go. So it really is like, you know, pretty easy for the most part when you're just cutting out the dairy. Just don't add the cheese, don't add the sour cream, and like everything else I can eat in here. So that one makes it pretty easy. For the purpose of this video, I will eat everything. It's not like I have an allergy or anything. It's just a personal choice that I'm just doing to try. But I will go ahead and make it with the cheese and with the sour cream so that I can give you like the true test of like what it tastes like. The egg one, obviously I can't do because the egg will make me sick. So that one I will just have to omit the egg on mine. Okay, and then the last one we have is the Veggie Bippy rice bowl. I don't know if I've said that wrong. It sounds like I have, but maybe I haven't. I'm not sure. The first thing we have are springed onions. Then we have some carrots, some soy sauce, sesame oil, hot chili sauce, white wine vinegar. I always love like the little sizes of everything. They're so cute. And then I think this is ginger. And we've got the jasmine rice, the happy eggs. Oh cute, they come in like a little tiny package. So we got some eggs. We have some more zucchini, another thing of ginger, some mushrooms, more mushrooms, and then more chili sauce and more sesame oil. So that's everything that comes for the bowl. So I have 3 meals altogether for the week. So out of the 3, I think the kids would definitely eat the salsa verde enchiladas because they do like Mexican food, and they would definitely eat the flatbread because they love pizza. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and share with you guys each recipe as I go. I'll let you guys know what it looks like as the finished result, how easy it was to cook, and if it was yummy or not. So, okay guys, so the first meal I'm gonna try is the Veggie Bippy bibimbap rice bowl. It's the sweet sesame sauce and a fried egg with rice. Obviously, I'm not gonna eat the egg, but this is what it looks like. Prep time is 10 minutes. Total time is 30 minutes and it's 670 calories. Okay, so I've currently got some ginger in here that I grated, and then I put some butter in here, and so I'm just cooking this for about 2 minutes. Then I'm gonna add a cup and a half of water, and then I'm also gonna add my jasmine rice. The mushrooms I'm cooking separately just because I don't like mushrooms and I don't want them all mixed in my meal, and then I'll have to pick it out, and that will be really annoying because mushrooms get all slimy. So that's going to be separate. I've chopped my zucchini. I've got my scallions and my red wine vinegar, or sorry, white wine vinegar in here. I grated the carrots so that they're into like little ribbons right now. Okay, so I've added my rice and 1.5 cups or 1.25 cups of water. Oops, and a bit of salt. Sorry, I'm all steamy now. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cook my carrots in the pan with a little bit of oil. It says for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then to separate them, like take them back out and then put the zucchini in separate. I'm gonna go ahead and do that first. Also over here, I have made my sauce with soy sauce, sesame oil, sriracha, and a tablespoon of sugar. Now I'm just cooking up my zucchini. I've just got a little bit of olive oil in here, as well as some salt and pepper. And then I'm about to take this off, put this into a separate bowl, and then cook the eggs. And you're just basically gonna make it so that the yolks are still runny. Okay guys, so that is the final result. Obviously mine doesn't have mushrooms. It also does not have egg on top. So just imagine that there's mushrooms and then an egg, and then sriracha drizzled around. But I just have the zucchini, the carrots, the rice, the scallions, and then the soy sesame oil sauce. It smells amazing. I cannot wait to take a bite. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is so unbelievably delicious. I don't even remember the last time that I had kind of like an Asian kind of tasting meal. I don't remember the last time I've had soy sauce. Like, this is so good. The sauce, the soy sauce with the sesame and the sugar and the sriracha is so yummy. The carrots, the zucchini, like when you taste it, it's like wow flavor. And then the ginger and the rice, it's like, oh my gosh, we would definitely make this again. This is amazing. Like, this is such a good meal if you are trying to cut out dairy and if you're trying to cut out meat. It's so yummy, and I feel like because of the rice and the big chunky chunks of the zucchini, it doesn't feel like you're missing anything. Like, it still feels like it's gonna be a really hearty meal. Like, look at that. Yum. Okay guys, so let's chat. That was, I would say it was a little bit of just like time management as far as making it. It wasn't hard. It was just like, oh, I gotta check my rice. Oh, I gotta do this. Like, so it's kind of a lot of going back and forth between like just, you know, adding new stuff and watching that and making sure I didn't burn anything. But it wasn't difficult. The cleanup was, I mean, there was definitely a lot of like separate bowls and stuff. Like, 'cause I had a bowl for zucchini, a bowl for the carrots, a bowl for the sauces, a bowl for the scallions. So there was like a ton of like, it takes up a lot of actual like dishes and stuff to cook. So the cleanup was like a little bit, you know, a little bit messy, but that was so worth it. That was the most delicious meal. It was one of those meals where I didn't once think, man, I wish I had some meat with this. Like, it was so hearty and so filling and so flavorful that I would not have wanted to add any kind of meat to that at all. And this is exactly why I got this box, because I wanted to find some new recipes that were vegetarian, that just kind of like, I've been feeling like it's a little bit difficult at dinner to come up with recipes for me, just because normally we always just eat chicken or like ground turkey. And so I was just having like a really hard time just coming up with new ideas, and I think that's one of those meals that it was amazing, super filling, and I would definitely recook that again. And then I wouldn't feel like I was missing out on anything in life by not having chicken or whatever, tacos, you know? So, oh, that one was so good. Okay guys, so today is the zucchini and tomato flatbreads. So these are basically just kind of like your own little pizza, but it's on a flatbread. It's veggie, so there's no meat on here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what the recipe looks like, and then we'll kind of just walk through it as we go. Someone's placed a sticker on here. Looks like we're just going to basically prep, cook the zucchini, season the tomatoes, make the lemon ricotta, put it on the flatbreads, and then finish off with basil and chili flakes and honey. Okay, so I've got my ricotta. This has basically got lemon juice, olive oil, and lemon zest, and a little bit of salt and pepper in here. And then over here I have my tomatoes. I just cut them down halfway, or halfways. And then I have garlic, a little bit of olive oil, and then salt and pepper in here as well. Over here I've got my zucchini cooking. I am terrible with electric stoves, you guys. Look at this, it's already getting burnt. I don't know how to figure, I still haven't mastered the electric stove because we've always had gas. So I pretty much burn everything. It's okay, it gives it flavor, it's fine. It's got a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And then we're basically just gonna put it all on the flatbread. I've got the flatbread, the ricotta cheese lemon mixture with the zucchini on top, and then my tomatoes with the little garlic kind of whatever it is on top of that. That's gonna go in the oven at 450 for 10 minutes. And then we're gonna pull it out and put the basil, the lemon zest, and then the honey and chili flakes on top. They ended up going in only for about 7 or 8 minutes, but our oven is quite strong. So now I've just broken up little pieces of basil and I'm just gonna sprinkle it on there. Okay, so now I'm just gonna sprinkle a few, oh god, that was probably too much. A few chili flakes. And then I'm gonna open this little honey up and just drizzle it all over the top. And then add my lemon zest that I still have left over, and then a little squirt of lemon, and then we're done. Just gonna cut it into little four little bits and eat it. Okay guys, check out those babies. Lemon zest, chili flakes, tomatoes, zucchini, ricotta, honey. Oh my gosh, it smells so delicious. I cannot wait to eat it. So I'm just eating this. I've had my first bite. So the flavors are really good. They're really strong. They have a lot of like really nice kicks with the lemon and the garlic, and then the cheese like is kind of like more creamy, but then you get like a little bit of like the chili flake, but then you get the sweetness of the honey. It's super good. I would definitely recommend, if you have a strong oven, don't cook it for 10 minutes. Like keep your eye on it because I feel like this cooks really, really quickly. Okay guys, so that one was really nice. It is definitely a bit spicy with the chili flakes. So if you are someone who is a little bit sensitive to spices, just don't put the chili flakes because the chili flakes really do give it some heat, but then the honey is like calms it down. So it was really delicious. Loved the flavors, basil, the lemon, like all of it was super good. And that one was really easy to make. It wasn't quite as many things like pots or pans or bowls as the first recipe, but like as far as prepping, it was super duper easy. So that one was a really great one. If you're like really running a little bit late and you're rushing around and you're trying to make a quick dinner, that one would be perfect because it's not gonna take super long, whereas the first one was definitely a little bit more just like extensive as far as the prep and the bowls and like the mess. This one was super easy to clean up. So the last one we're gonna be doing is the Salsa Verde Enchiladas. Again, that one is veggie. There is no meat, but it is not completely vegan. It does have cheese. So I'll be making that and we will see how that one goes. But as far as that one, I would definitely remake that one again. The flatbreads were delicious. Okay guys, so we are making the Salsa Verde Enchiladas. This is poblano pepper, diced tomatoes, and black beans. And these have just been cooking for probably about maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Over here, oh, this is too high. I've got my black beans, a little bit of the juice that comes with the black beans, as well as a little bit of butter. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper in there and then mash that up. And then we're gonna spread that on some tortillas. Okay guys, so I have basically put the mashed bean mixture in the like center of the tortilla. Then I've put over the mix of the poblano pepper, tomato, and beans. And then I have rolled them up, placed them into dishes, and then poured over the salsa on top. And now I'm gonna sprinkle with the cheese. And then we're gonna bake until salsa is bubbly and cheese melts, so it says about 3 to 5 minutes on 450 degrees. Okay, I have to say, the cheese is a bit skimpy on this recipe. This is the first recipe where I felt like, oh, I just don't have enough. So that's the cheese for both of them, and I don't feel like there really is quite enough to make it look like how it looks in the picture. The picture looks really cheesy, so I might add a little bit more, just because that doesn't look very much, does it? Okay, so my drizzling of the crema, what is it called? Crema fraiche? I'm not really sure.
It, not so great. It's not the most attractive drizzling in the world, but it's probably gonna taste delicious. It all goes in your tummy anyway, so what does it matter? So then you just sprinkle some scallions, and now we are ready to eat. And I'm so excited because it looks delicious. That's what it looked like before I put all of the crema on it that look like blobs.
I forgot to do a little end bit when I did the Salsa Verde enchiladas. Those were really, really yummy. The kids ended up not liking those, which I thought they were gonna like because they were a little bit spicy. And so if you like a little bit of heat, those ones are amazing, but they are definitely a little bit spicy. I'm kind of a wimp, but they were so good. Like, I loved them. I just wanted to let you guys know that if you are someone who has a little bit of a sensitivity to spice, I'm just like a wimp. They are definitely a little bit, there's a little heat to them, but they were really, really delicious. And that made like a ton. So because the kids didn't like them, we had leftovers, which was awesome. Okay guys, so there is my thoughts on the veggie plan for HelloFresh. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, don't forget, give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye.